I wanted to post a second video on this instrument cluster removal from this QX80 as a 2014 or later, or the same year of the Nissan Armada. And it's mostly you're going to be doing this, like the other video says, probably because you've got the LEDs that are burned out in the instrument cluster itself. In our car, it was the tachometer, the 4 through the 8. Those LEDs had gone out in there, and we wanted to get it fixed. So once again, once you get this baby out, send it to Automotive Circuit Solutions. They'll give you a 24-hour turnaround on it. You'll have shipping now on both ends, so think about probably five working days from the time you send it off until you get it back. And the additional stuff I wanted to add to this was a couple of things. One, as the first video showed you, the only thing you need to remove is this basic instrument bezel here that covers the instrument cluster itself. And the only thing you need to disconnect from the back is the pigtail electric cord to this set of switches right here. This is your dimmer switches, and I think that's a tripometer reset or whatever. The one thing I didn't include in the first video, as well as pulling the plug out from behind here, once this is loosened out of the way, down about right in here is another little clip on the wiring itself. It's just zip tied on, and there's a little arrow, sort of a little barb that fits through a hole right inside here. You'll see it when you pull it out. You'll have to disconnect that, pull that little arrow out of the hole, and disconnect these, and then the whole unit comes off around the top of the steering column. Let me get this thing down. Around the top of the steering column, leave these things hooked up here, the pigtail hooked up here, and also leave all your start switch wiring hooked up. You don't need to mess with that. You'll just pull it off and pull it down to the right side of the column here, and it'll hang down below as you saw in the other video. So once again, you start out by using your tool to pull here. This tool is usually the best one to use. Stick it right in here and pull towards you. Pull towards you. That'll pop you loose here. And then you switch over to the other side. Underneath the start switch along this groove here. Pull from the inside of your console here. Hang on a minute. Pull inside the panel here and pull this straight out, and then you'll lower this, will be dropped down out of your way. Then underneath here, clip is right here, clip is right there. You'll pop that loose and pull hard. It'll come loose, and you'll be undoing the snaps all the way up the side, across the top, and then back down this area here, pop loose. This comes loose, comes out this way, and then up this side here. Okay, get yourself a set of these tools, trim removal tools. I bought these, I think, from Amazon. There's maybe a whole batch of them in a box. I think I used these two, and I think I used this metal one. Maybe it was down there by the start switch to get up underneath it and pull harder to get it to pop loose. But the series of clips will come loose real easily. And once you've got the whole upper panel loose, this stuff disconnected, lift it off the side, then you've got your 4 screws holding your instrument cluster in. You'll see those as in the other video. Undo those, and then the pigtail plug that brings the electric to all the gauges. You just unsnap that and you're in business. That should pretty much do it. Send it off to Automotive Circuit Solutions, and you'll get it back in much better condition than it was before. As you can see, the brightness will go down, actually turn off, and they're much brighter than they ever were before. You go full up on these things and it's bright. That's a bright instrument cluster, probably too much so. So I ended up put it wherever you want it. And they do have the lifetime warranty. However, they don't lifetime warranty the LEDs themselves. So I called them this morning before all this was put back together, And basically what they said was, we're not going to warranty the LEDs, but if you have one go out after we fix it, you send it back to us and we'll charge you a minimal charge for just the shipping back and forth and the cost of the LEDs. So I'm just assuming, I don't know what that would be, but it was $150 to get the whole thing repaired and sent back, so $50, whatever. Anyway, it would be worthwhile, and since they're much better LEDs, I expect them to outlast the life of this car anyway. Okay, I hope this extra little info helped you. I wanted to make sure that I showed you the tools that we use to remove that so you don't break anything, and the extra little hookup of that wiring behind that left dimmer switch. Not only do you have to unplug it from its socket, but you have to pull that little pin out to release it from the left side so you can rotate the whole panel around to the right. Okay, hope this helped you too. Good luck with it. It went back in 5 minutes. So, I mean, maybe 10 minutes. It took me to put the whole thing back together, and we're in business, ready to roll.